Everybody. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Hump day. How's your week going? I hope it's going good. Mine's going good. I had a food prep day yesterday. I made about 17 meals yesterday, all in all. Ate 2 of them. But I got a lot of meal prepping done yesterday. A lot of shopping too. And it was raining here. All the windows are steamy. So I hope you're doing good. I'll be doing mini reads this morning. You can book one in. I'll pop a link for it in the live chat there. Book in anytime you want. We do have some already pre-booked, so I'll do those very shortly. Apart from that, I'm going to be doing some channeling for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flames, and see what's going on in those energies. So stick around for that. First of all, we'll start off with those mini reads that have been pre-booked in. First of all, we have Tina. Thank you, Tina. Tina, outcome of the flower reading. Oh, the outcome of the flower reading. So you're wanting the deeper dive. This is not a mini reading, right? You want the deeper dive. I don't know which reading you watched, Tina. Anyway, you need to go back to that reading that you watched, Tina, and on that video itself, in the description box or in the comments, you'll see there's a link to the deeper dive, because I'm not sure which one you did, so I can't send it to you. So what I'll do here is give you a mini read, a personal one, and you can find that on that video that you watched for that deeper dive. So Tina, let's see what Tina's higher self has to say. Well, starting out with X-rated, physical action, sex. Okay, there's something about someone pursuing you here, and I don't know whether you're kind of holding them back or what. Who perceives the perceiver one step at a time? Okay, it appears to me like you're trying to slow them down, they're trying to speed things up. Who perceives the perceiver suggests that you might be bothered about what other people will think about this, or perhaps even what they will think about it as well, if you give them what it is that they want super early. So yeah, not really any guidance here. Well, apart from one step at a time, take things slowly. So I think this is saying you're right to take things slowly. It's not game playing, if you were wondering if it's anything about that. So hopefully that helps you out. And yeah, email me. Although there's nothing I can do because I can't tell which videos you've watched about that deeper dive. But yeah, you can find it on the video, the link for that deeper dive, because it's all automatic. Like it just sends, the system sends it to you automatically. So you need to find that link, Tina, for the deeper dive you want yourself. Next up we have Lisa. Hey Maria. Lisa, what do you see coming for me in love relationship? Asks Lisa. Well, let's find out. Thank you for booking in, Lisa. Okay, I see things going slowly, be with nature and touch. So touch is always about a little bit to me. This card, touch, a little bit. Well, it's not always about that. Sometimes it's about physical touch, but it's not in this case. In this case, it's about just a little bit. So taking things slowly, little bit at a time. There might not be any like major developments in your love life, or major developments in a relationship. Just little by little kind of thing, going slowly. I am limitless and move away. Okay, so you just need to know that you can make a different decision at any point that you want, especially if somebody isn't shown that they're headed toward commitment or anything like that, you know. There is that slowness with this, and it might be somebody who is kind of happy with the way that things are and will always be like that, never wants it to progress to something more. So you need to keep your eye on that in this relationship, because you're limitless, right? You've got your pick. You can choose something else if you want. Now, this isn't saying definitely do that. It's just, know if things are moving too slowly for you, you can make a different decision, right? If they're not wanting the same things as you, especially if you haven't had the conversation about where this is headed. Sometimes we're a bit too scared of having that conversation about where this is headed, right? Because it is too soon. It's not too soon for the conversation. It's too soon for the next step. But you want to know what someone's got in mind if it develops to that. Do you know what I mean? That's the conversation I have. It's like, seeing if it's going to be more. I'm happy to be in this and see if it's going to be more. You know, that kind of tells of your intentions, and finding out their intentions too, making sure you're asking them of their intentions too. So yeah, slow, but maybe slow to nothing kind of thing. So I would have that conversation, Lisa. Hey, David. It's a wonderful Wednesday so far. I went for a run this morning. It wasn't the best run ever. I just did 4K this morning, not 5K, because I was a little bit late out of the house, like 5:40 instead of 5:30 a.m. But yeah, at least it didn't rain on me this time. Pretty good morning. So let's get some, that's the pre-booked ones. If anyone wants one of those mini reads, you can book in. There's the link for it. And let's get on with twin flame stuff. Let's see what's going on there. Now I'm too hot. It's hard to get the temperature right. It's very humid at the moment. There's frogs everywhere. I saw a frog piggybacking on the back of another frog yesterday. I went out shopping and they were, well, the big one was hopping along with the slightly smaller one on top of its back when I went past it, where they're doing roadworks, building a new road here. And on my way back from the shop, same frog's, it's still on its back, hopping around. I just wonder if, like, when it's not raining, because it didn't rain for 2 months here, if they're just like underground, the frogs, and dry and crispy. And then when it rains, it's like they go from a dehydrated state to a plump state again, because you don't see them when it's dry, right? I just imagine they go crispy. Let's find out what's going on with Divine Masculine at the moment. Divine Masculine, 2 of Swords. Making a decision, but not sure about it. Making a decision, but not sure about it. Page of Swords. Something about learning from the past, but still feeling like a beginner. Things that have gone before, I've done it differently. I need to do it differently now, so that makes me a beginner. It's that beginner's mindset. The King of Swords, she knows more than me. This is an acknowledgement that the feminine has more experience in where he's headed now. We're talking about relationships here. We're talking about doing the relationships a certain way. You know, I realized last night when I was going to sleep, I put on a guided meditation, sleep meditation. It just started winding me up. It started winding me up because it was highlighting, there's a few affirmations in it, and affirmations bug me sometimes if it's not my truth, right? It starts irritating me, and it started irritating me, and it was about like opening your heart. Anyway, first of all, you know, it's saying the things like you're worthy of a great love, and it's like, yeah, I know that, like locked in solid. But then there's other stuff coming up, and I recognize that I was, rather than it sending me to sleep, it activated me, this guided meditation, but I recognized that I was kind of thinking that there was something wrong with me, that I'm still by myself. It's like that questioning what's wrong with me, and I thought I'd got rid of that, but apparently not, because it was coming up last night. And, you know, like going out on that date and not really feeling the chemistry, and it's like, but he's a great guy, we're like, what's up with me? And there's nothing, I get it, there's nothing. Anyway. Then I was thinking to myself, look, I'm doing really good now because I'm dating, and that's a step up. Like old me, like years and years ago, I was only ever getting with anyone if I was like out and picking up, that kind of thing. Very low level kind of stuff. At least now I'm doing it sober. I'm going on dates and I'm like getting to know people, you know, and it's more of a mature selection process. Well, from this King of Swords, if you're in this mature kind of process kind of way too, and the masculine is only just stepping into that, that could be why it's seeing, because it's the female King of Swords. So that's saying the feminine has more clarity than me. That's what he thinks. Feminine has more clarity than me. Let's see where the feminine's at. The feminine is at 9 of Swords, stressed, anxious, not sleeping. I did actually sleep 8 hours last night, despite the Meditation, fine. Nine of Swords, but that's anxiety, that's stress, anxiety. Not good. There wasn't actually no chemistry on that date, but there wasn't enough for me. Three of Pentacles. She's planning on things. Something about wanting to collaborate with other people as well. Wanting to invest in something. There's a readiness with the Divine Feminine here. Ready to invest in something else. Ready for like a new chapter. Ready for to be with someone else. Causing anxiety so much. So pretty much where I was at last night. That kind of an energy of, well, now it's started to bother me that nobody seems to be showing up. I want to do the Oracle of Mystical Moments now. It's called out to me this morning, so I got it out. And I'm going to pull some cards out. I've injured my thumb and it's kind of hard to even pick up my coffee up. A bicycle incident. I don't even remember doing it, but the gears. That's the one I use most. That one and that one on that side. And I've extended it too far and it hurts. But thumbs, you use them all the time, right? It's hard to give it a rest. Whoa, masculine, where you are at. The Art of Seduction. And A Long Way Home. Let's read these out. The Art of Seduction and A Long Way Home. Divine Masculine. Love, womanhood, passion, seduction. It's the feminine energy. It's very tuned into the feminine energy at the moment, Divine Masculines. We see an elegantly dressed couple. The woman close to the man as she whispers something in his ear. Is she talking about love? What kind of secrets is she telling him? In a red jeweled gown, the woman is aware of her powers of seduction. She uses her femininity, beauty and passion. She tempts all his senses, from the scent of a fragrant bloom to a soft touch on his cheek. There's incredible power in her gentle words and delicate caress. He's after this kind of an energy. That feminine kind of an energy, very tuned into that right now. And A Long Way Home, journey, remembrances, experiences, passage. Look at this little elephant on his journey through the skies. He lives in a huge balloon and has his castle with him. Lights guide the way while he slowly passes over the horizon. How long is his journey and when will it end? Will he drop anchor again or continue his travels? This card reflects how we pass through our lives. During our pilgrimage, we collect memories, strong enough to fill a castle and light enough to buoy our voyage. So, he's wondering how long this is going to take. He wants that feminine energy, that seductive energy. Let's see where the feminine is at. Such beautiful decks, these ones. But I can't for the life of me remember what these mean. Of course, the Art of Seduction is easy, but I had to tune into what the actual energy was for them. So he wants to be seduced. He wants that feminine energy. Mermaid's Love is where she's at. Let's get another one. Now, it's very interesting looking at these two cards that have come out for the masculine and feminine. I'll hold them up once I get another card out. Okay, I've got two more out for the feminine. Just look at this. The masculine is at this. So he stood there and the woman's coming at him. The feminine is at this. She's there and the masculine's coming at him. Right? Both of them here are being passive and expecting the other one to come toward them is what it feels like. Mermaid's Love. 24. 24. Love, partnership, support, accord. A loving couple is shown on this card. The woman is a mermaid. Her hair and tail seem to float through the sky. A man with feathers holds her hand. He grounds and protects her. He is her base. They're from different worlds, water and sky, but they're complete together. a perfect love union. The differences make them stronger and balanced. They support each other in their own way, but always from a place of respect and love. She really wants like a solid relationship, right? Then, flower spirit. Gorgeous. Flower spirit is friendship, soul, tenderness, joy. So she's really tuned into what it is that she wants here, right? This card shows the tender and sensitive flower fairy, the soul of each plant. She listens with all her heart to her friends and provides a soothing caress when their edges get prickly. By enjoying life and keeping a playfulness in her heart, she's the source of inspiration and joy. Her childlike vision helps her see the good in all things, especially herself. So she's feeling better about herself, self-love, feeling joy, living her life. What else? Like a bird. Like a bird. Focus, forward-looking, possibilities, motivation. A woman's full of expectation. A woman full of expectation looks into the future. There are no boundaries to what she can accomplish. Like the bird next to her who flies strong and direct, she knows now is the time for focused energy. You may find yourself losing motivation lately or questioning your decisions. The key to recapturing your passion lies in readjusting your focus to unlock creativity. Surround yourself with activities or people who make you feel inspired. They can be the breath of wind under your wings. So she's in a pretty good place at the moment, although Nine of Swords says she's stressing. Suggests she's stressing about relationships right now. Lack thereof. Okay. Let's get some more tarot out. Anyone want a mini? So what have we got again here? He's making decisions. Yes, he's learning, but he thinks that the Divine Feminine's got more clarity, kind of wanting that feminine energy in his life, but also kind of wanting her to approach him, and is wondering when this journey will end. Feeling a little bit out of his element with that long way home kind of an energy. Feeling like it's a new territory kind of thing, the way that he wants to approach her feminine. Whereas the feminine is a little bit anxious about all of this, really wants a partnership, wants to invest in something new, wants a really solid relationship. She's joyful though in her life and very focused on moving forward, progressing, getting more for herself and all of that stuff. Good. Back to the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine. Changing timelines. He's changing significantly what it is that he wants. And so it's put him on a different path, different path. I had a guy messaging me a couple of days ago, and he, on Tinder, a guy who just going through a spiritual awakening, he said. He's like mid-50s, if I recall right. To me, what that means when someone says that, sure, they're opening up to spirit and all of that kind of thing. It's a good thing. But when someone says that, especially men, I think is just at the start of his emotionally maturing. That's what I think. Because if I look back to my spiritual awakening, it's kind of when I was in need of emotional healing. And look to spirituality and psychological kind of help stuff, which is often mixed in with spirituality for that. Anyway, it put me off him. I'm just not at that stage, and I'm not looking for a student. I'm not. So, talk to all kinds of people. So the Five of Air, changing timelines, has put himself on a new trajectory because of decisions that he's making. Certainly a different attitude toward feminine. Beltane, lovers. He's really switched on toward relationships and in bulk. Which is temperance, right? Or is it a star? So lovers. Beltane. It's the star. In bulk is the star. So Beltane. Virility, joy of sexual pleasure, life in its prime. For some, this time just before the peak of life is the sweetest and the best. Passionate god and goddess highlights both the holiday itself and the meaning of the card. Joy and beauty of choosing wisely. Yeah, there's definitely better choices going on with the divine masculine at the moment, which is why he feels out of his element. He doesn't really know. Well, it's not that he doesn't know what he's doing, he's just a beginner in this. He hasn't kind of done it this way before. And the star means healing, hope, peace, comfort, guidance, direction, a light in the darkness, gentle refreshment. It's feeling hopeful. It's feeling hopeful. Clearing things out. It doesn't feel like he's in a rush to move forward, to me. And what about the feminine? You're all very quiet this morning. What's up? The Crone of Air. She's closing the book on something. Ending something. She ain't going to do that anymore. You know those like big books? Find at the library those big reference books, and they're really heavy. And they open up and it's almost like two thick books on either side, and you can slap them shut and it makes a really loud booming noise. Just like she's got there, like one of those books she's got there. I heard that noise. I remember that noise. Really clearly. What hair's going on? Okay, so she's ending something or saying like no more of that, cutting that shit out. Ace of Water, want to fall in love, ready to fall in love. I'm feeling good about my life. I want to feel really good about my relationships too. And the Three of crystal ball. Don't know. The Three of Air is scrying. It's about looking at things from a different point of view. Finding out significant information by looking at something from a different point of view. So perhaps looking at the masculine from a different point of view, or looking at relationships from a different point of view. Finding unperceived yet important truths when looking at something through a different lens. Taking a softer look at something rather than thinking you know. When you're not really looking at something, you can see something new. So when you relax about something, when you're no longer pursuing something, you're relaxed about it. You get new perspectives on it. So things are coming up for Divine Feminine at the moment. Perhaps about herself, perhaps about other people, perhaps about relationships. But she is seeing things more clearly. But it's something about, it's not really looking from a different perspective. It's more like softening your gaze when you're not looking at it anymore. Or you're not really trying to figure it out anymore. She's still learning about herself. And the Ace of Water, of course. Beautiful card. Let's read it, because it is a beautiful card. It represents a relationship that promises to grow into something more, something fulfilling, something powerful, something divine. Yeah, Divine Feminine is very much focused on exactly what it is that she wants in a relationship now. Let's get miserable ladies out just for the hell of it. Tired tonight? Maria, well, I hope you sleep well. I did. Slept really well. Went to bed super early. Big day yesterday. The other night there was a lot of swearing coming from next door. The guy next door to me is so quiet, Italian guy. He's so quiet, he's lived there for months now. Usually so quiet. There's a lot of swearing and banging around the other night. I'm like, there must be sports. There must be a sport on at the moment with Italy. Sure enough, there was. Naples were losing. I could hear it. Apparently, they were playing merda. He's getting quite passionate about it. Divine Masculine. I'll take them. Queen of Swords. It's been said no to a lot. Or developing his own boundaries now. I think it's that. I think it's developing his own boundaries now. Knave of Pentacles is taking things slower, yeah, but also a new idea of what he wants to manifest. I'm thinking of this card, which is also the Knave of Pentacles, and there it is. That is in that energy, is dreaming up something new, something different, starting something off. So he's got boundaries to what he was kind of living before, having a new idea of what he wants to manifest. Tower, things are falling apart, so crumbling in his life. Could be other people's reactions to him pulling back from what he used to do before, or things like that. Temperance and the Two of Chalices, but he's biding his time for the right relationship. So if we're talking like someone who's had, say, casual lovers or something, has decided not to do that anymore, to cut it out, is dreaming a new dream, and then is getting a bit of flack from the casual lovers that he's turned his back on. It's something like that. Whatever he's closing down in his life. A little bit unsettled, but is happy to wait for that Two of Chalices, the right one. Well, that's good. Divine Feminine, 10 of Wands. She's putting down her luggage, her baggage. She's still letting go of baggage from previous attempts, previous dating, previous relationships, stuff that she's been through and all of that. Putting down that. Remember to open our hearts again and be that in that teenage energy again. Let's see if it comes out. Not teenage energy, I mean like open-hearted energy, like when you've got no baggage. Whee! Seven of Swords. Oh, I just put those back in without moving the thing. Let's sort that out. The ribbon. Seven of Swords. Deception. Let's read it from this deck. There it is. Trust can be breached in many ways. Oh, this is the stuff she's getting over. That makes her not trust. All the stuff that she's been through. It's connected with this, putting down her baggage. The people that have broken her trust, that have made her guarded, that have made her... It's good being selective, being a bit guarded so you're selective, but it's not good being like prickly, like a hedgehog. So Divine Feminine is still getting rid of baggage so that she can open up. Now, it's all very well saying, well, when the right one comes along, I will open up. But when the right one comes along, if you're all prickly, it's a tall ask to get them to come in completely clean and completely positive when you're being all prickly, you know. Your readings keep on having those. Well, maybe it's about that then. Maybe it's about trust issues rather than current deceptions and stuff like that. It's those that you feel that have deceived you in the past, and now there's trust issues. And then we got 7 of Wands, 2 sevens, 77. Bingo caller. The 7 of Wands is, even if we're not feeling perfectly confident inside, we can, like this woman, draw on the energy of the universe, help bolster us up a bit. The universe has unlimited energy, so all we need to do is hold tight to our courage and ask for that boost to get us through. Having the strength to stand up for yourself and your ideas. Reversed, it's feeling defensive or overly protective, right? And so it is, she's coming from these overly protective of herself, trust issues kind of applies to having that courage, or before you've even got that courage, before you've even let go of all of that stuff, acting as if you've got that courage and just giving it a go. Maybe I'm strong enough now to protect myself in the moment and I can be open, that kind of thing. And then the moon energy. The moon. All right, your moon, moony moon. What number is it? These ones are in order. Aren't we lucky? So I look at the number and I don't even bother to take it in. The moon is beguiling and magical. It can reveal amazing, mysterious mysteries, I think it means. However, wandering around in the moonlight in an unknown environment is dangerous, as its light conceals more than it reveals. In such a landscape, it's easy for the mind to see monsters and fear where they may not exist. We're still guarded. We're still guarded, and we're still seeing red flags when they aren't even there, or we're wary of them. We're like, you're a narcissist, I know you are, I'm just waiting for you to show me that you are. That kind of thing. Yikes. Well, that says it all, doesn't it? In an unknown environment, it's dangerous. We're seeing monsters and fears where they may not exist. Imagining it. Okay. 2 very different processes. The divine masculine and divine feminine are in. So feminines just need to keep on going and keep on clearing that stuff out. We're on a next level of our healing kind of thing, dropping the baggage and all of that stuff. That's what I've got. If anyone else wants a mini read, get them in pretty quick. Book one in pretty quick because I'm going to be out of here any moment. They're going much faster, these shows now, which is good. Get on with my work. Recording dailies. I'll be recording a pick a card read, which today is, oh, what was I going to do? I know, I was going to do past, present, future. Haven't done one of those for ages, you know, and I kind of go into something in your past that is connected with what you're going through right now, and then what's going on in the present, deeper behind that, and then in the deeper dive I do the future, what's coming in the future. That's what I'm doing today because I thought about it before and I'm going to do it. Last night I think I decided on that. So check that out later on my YouTube channel. Thanks everyone who booked in for your mini reads, and guy next door is vacuuming. I don't think you could be able to hear that. It doesn't look like it registers on the audio thingy. So thanks everyone for coming along. Good to see you. Let's do this all over again on Friday. And yeah. I will see you then in 2 days' time. Have a good one.